right, man. We got to get back into New York's information, man. We got to talk about the Underground Jew Road.
Okay, so
Let me pull up the articles because we have to be factual about this. We know how they get.
There's the head of a specific sector of Jewish people in Brooklyn. These tunnels, they built these tunnels. In 2020, there were complaints all over the neighborhood about these tunnels, and then now, how did they come across the tunnels?
So what it looked like, there was from what I was gathering here, and this is from the AP, that there was a conflict inside of the synagogue that was a younger group that were like in training. They were like students in the synagogue and the older synagogues, and they were trying to stop the passage from being continued to be built.
Because from what I have researched, there are two sectors of this specific synagogue. And one of them believe that like the person who started this branch, he's dead. They believe that he's gonna come back and he's gonna be reincarnated. He's gonna come, and they need to prepare for him coming back. And then there's another sector that does not believe that. The ones that believe that he's gonna come back are upstairs.
Gotcha.
The ones that don't believe that are downstairs. They have been in a legal fight between them two to prove who has rights to the grounds.
Gotcha.
So the people that are downstairs are the ones that built the tunnel without the people that are upstairs' knowledge of this. And so that's probably the infighting.
One crazy thing to note too is that one of the tunnels connected across the street from a Jewish children's museum.
Yes. And it was a Vice article, so we taking it with a grain of salt, right? Because Vice does do very hard-hitting journalism.
So, hold on, this is what it says. It says the facts. The tunnels do not connect to the Jewish Children's Museum, which is located across the street from the charter headquarters. So basically, from what I saw, there was a video where there was a man getting out of a hole, and they showed that hole that he was getting out of was across the street from the Children's Museum. So the headquarters is already across the street from the museum, but it's just not connected to the museum itself.
Okay.
So it's not like you can go into the museum and then go out and go in through the tunnels. Yeah. But you could, let's just say somebody was walking across the street, you could grab a kid and jump into the tunnel.
Oh, okay, and bring them to
the synagogue if you wanted to.
Okay.
It was the freak off in the synagogue.
Don't say that.
That was too much. That was crazy.
Yeah. No, there are children involved.
Bad. We don't know. We don't know that. They said there haven't been no.
So what? That's what I'm saying.
That's what this article was saying. They said there hasn't been any. It says they have stopped proliferation of social media posts falsely suggesting that the passage is proof of illicit activities such as sex trafficking for children. Like they said that like they haven't been proving anything. That when I first heard about it, I thought it was some pre-World War II shit, and this is just what they use to try to avoid anti-Semitism.
Yeah, so I've seen that there has been no actual proof of any trafficking or anything of that sort yet, and that this whole narrative is just anti-Semitic.
I mean, it's going to be used for it.
Propaganda.
For sure, it's definitely going to be used for it. But that is wild, though. Like, there was a mattress in there that was soiled. Like, it looked wild in that little video where they were arresting some of the people. I think like 9 people got arrested at the synagogue. No, it looked wild. It looked nasty. Like, you pulling out a twin-size mattress that's dirty as hell. That looked like somebody been peeing on it and shitting on it. Like,
I saw somewhere that there were, like, traces of blood in these tunnels, too.
I mean, that could happen from people working in them.
It could.
So, I mean, that's why it's just not. It just, like I said, it does look crazy. It does not help any of the Jewish propaganda against you guys. These do not assist with the allegations at all. Like, the adrenochrome allegations are soon coming. I promise you.
Especially, like, after that horrid UN meeting where they let everyone know that over 1,000 Palestinian children have been amputated with no anesthesia, either one or both legs.
Yeah, it's not a good look for y'all.
Like, what is happening?
Y'all looking bad out here. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying nothing on y'all, but
all I'm saying is, what the fuck is happening?
Y'all are not beating the allegations at all in any capacity. Fill up those Jew tunnels, please.
Oh no,
please,
Lord. I know what you're talking about, but that sounds crazy.
Jew tunnels?
Yes.
That's what they are, though. They're their tunnels. They're their underground Jew road.
Jeez, did you know that there's a specific, like, the very intense, I think, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think Hasidic Jews, I don't know if it's if it's Orthodox Jews specifically, but they have bathhouses that the women are supposed to go into before and after their period. Before, if they're very like traditional Jews, they'll go before and after sex. The women are supposed to go before and after their period. If they're super religious, sometimes, I think, if I remember correctly, because I had a super religious friend in Brooklyn, but some women have to stay the whole time during their period there because that's considered like an unholy time. And the men have to go.
Anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die shouldn't be trusted.
The men have to go before the holy holidays, like Rosh Hashanah and all of those things.
Yeah, I mean it's funny when you kind of look into a lot of that because you kind of learn that like a lot of that stuff really is just health related more than actual religious.
It was probably rooted then, and now it's just tradition.
Yeah, I mean no, it was rooted in health. Like even when you think about like not eating pork, like. It was because you saw the pig eat the nastiest shit.
Everything.
So it was like, oh, it's probably not a good idea to eat that. At all. But nah.
It's a very rational thought to have.
It's just like, even with like the whole, some people have said this before, like when they say like you're not supposed to lay with a man, where it's like, well, when men have sex, you're using the hole that you put waste in, out of. So why would you want to put that in there? And it was more of a health thing than, even though that's not necessarily the case, it was more of a pedophile thing than anything in the Bible. The Bible doesn't really talk about homosexuality really in the original text.
Yeah.
Like the actual Hebrew translations. A lot of those times.
It's man with boy, right?
Yeah, more of the times it's
that
related
they
to that.
condemned.